I complain all the time that I hate Padme. It's not a secret. A couple people on my Tumblr were like, why do you hate Padme so much? I started typing a really long response, and then I realized that no one would read it, so I thought I would make a video instead that no one would watch. As a starting point, I'm gonna try to address the reasons I think people might like Padme. Number one, she is a political genius. So the thing is, on Naboo, they apparently have a tradition of electing child queens because of their innocence and purity. She's not a politician because she's a political genius. It's literally the opposite. They were basically like, Padme, you are so stupid. You are so stupid. We want you to be queen. And whenever we see her doing anything political, it's usually just her saying stuff like, war is bad and she doesn't want people to suffer. Like, me too. I'm not running for president. She doesn't really stop bad things from happening. She just voices her discomfort and then sits looking sad and horrified while bad things happen around her. Number two, she's strong. So there was one time where Padme was chained up in a coliseum and suddenly she could fire blasters, swing around like a gymnast, and kick monsters in the face. Basically, it was really stupid that she could do that because she had never exhibited those skills beforehand and she never used them again, so it actually detracted from her character. Number three, she wears nice dresses. Yeah, okay, you can have that one. Number four, I literally can't imagine any other reasons that anyone would like Padme. Okay, and now here are my reasons that I don't like Padme. Number one, who the heck is Padme? Like, really, does she have any hobbies? Do we see her do anything? Or friends? She seems like kind of sad when her decoys die, I guess. Sometimes she talks to Obi-Wan, but it's usually just about Anakin, so I'm not sure that counts. Number two, her main purpose is to have a relationship with Anakin, and it doesn't make any sense for her to have a relationship with Anakin. Here's the thing. Anakin is already fighting an uphill battle. When he meets Padme, he's a little kid. So you'd think when she sees him again and he acts surly and cries, throws tantrums, gets angry, breaks all the rules to try to impress her, murders people, that would just encourage her to see him as a little kid. He's really good looking, so I guess that makes sense as like fling material. They literally spend like a summer fling length duration of time together, so that would be fine. From Anakin's side it makes sense because she's gorgeous and he's been obsessed with her since childhood, but from Padme's side it makes no sense. Number three, she's very stupid. I know hindsight is 20/20 and everything, but it seemed kind of extremely obvious that Anakin was turning evil for all of episode 2 and all of episode 3. And like, this is what I'm saying. When they've been telling you that she's like strong-willed and smart, then that just makes you go like, wait a second, she doesn't have a personality, she's just inconsistent, there's nothing there. Number four, she's weak. I see a lot of posts on Tumblr where someone will say like, I want Padme's Force Ghost to show up in episode 8 and kick Kylo Ren's butt. There's like 20,000 reblogs. Everyone underneath in the notes is like, yes girl, slay. And like, well, sorry, but canonically, she wouldn't do that. So there's a scene in episode 3 where Padme is talking to Anakin for the first time after finding out that he murdered a bunch of children and all of their mutual allies. And she goes up to him and she's like, what's going on? And he starts raving about how he's going to take over the universe and he's paranoid that she's going to turn against him. Now it seems like a normal person or someone with like a forceful personality would get angry. Like, even if they're a really, really nice lady, like angry that Anakin killed all those children, or that he dare question her loyalty to him after all the really weird and crazy stuff he did that she turned a blind eye to all along, or that he decided to switch allegiances and make all these crazy life-altering decisions right when they're about to have a baby without even talking to her about it. Maybe take the opportunity to be like really critical of this person, like explain why they're being stupid and making terrible decisions. Probably yell at them. That would be a very human reaction. Padme, like, shakes her head a lot, and she says, Anakin, you're breaking my heart. And then she dies of sadness. So I'm just saying, if there was a scene in episode 8 where Padme's Force Ghost showed up, she'd probably be like, Kylo, you're really, really hurting my feelings. And then Kylo would be like, who are you? And that would be the end of that scene. So, in conclusion, I don't know, I just feel like Padme is the only girl character in the prequels, and people feel like girl power means that they have to like her. I mean, Padme is such a blank slate that if you want to make yourself like her, you can kind of just project whatever you want onto her. She's a lot like Bella from Twilight that way. But personally, it's not my burden to make up reasons that I like Padme. I think Padme is the worst. Thinking about her makes me feel angry and secondhand embarrassed and bored all at the same time, and I hope we never see her again. And that's it. This thing is adorable though.